Okay. Might need to fix aspect ratio again. A little bit. That's a little better. Here we are. It is Colosseum time. This should be a fun little adventure. Let me get the stream info updated. I have not had the pleasure of playing this one before. As with all these games, like, I've looked at footage of others playing them just to examine animation for past videos and stuff, but never had the chance to actually try this one. Could you have a permit for a dumb edit you made? Sure, hang on. Let me get you set up here. Just a second. There we go. There you go. So yeah, not sure what to expect. Let's find out together. Not sufficient. Wait. Damn it. Have I filled up this memory card now too much? Did Pokemon Channel fill up the memory card too much now on this one? That's very funny. Hang on, let me clear out some memory card space on this silly thing. Ridiculous. When I was testing this earlier, I did not get this message. It definitely is Pokemon Channel having now filled up the memory card too much. That's very funny. Here, I'll go BRB screen while I'm fixing this, but I'll stay on. Well, so I'll still be here and chatting if you have any questions or whatever. Feel free to ask or whatever. I'm still keeping an eye on chat, much as I can. Let's see. I hope you're enjoying this wild round of random spin-offs that are working to various degrees. Now I think about it, it's actually tricky to... Given I'm not on a GameCube here, given I'm on a Wii, I'm like trying to think, like, how do you get to, like, GameCube data management on a Wii? Like, a Wii is pretty great for recording GameCube games, I've found, just since you got a nice... it's easier to get component cable output for a Wii to feed into a upscaler. In the Wii menu, bottom left of the set. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. And like data management. Okay, yep. So it's kind of same as data management elsewhere. You're right. Thank you. That was it. I found it. Oh boy, it's a fun little memory lane. Just seeing save files for GameCube games I've definitely not touched in a very long time. How big is the Pokemon Channel data? Let's find out, because yeah, like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not. Like, I've got lots of data in here. This is the GameCube game card, or like save card that I used for many a thing. But Pokemon Channel is 22 blocks, which seems kind of big. But let me compare. Like Paper Mario takes up just 17. Chibi Robo save just takes 6. Wind Waker save takes 12. A Sonic Heroes save takes 2. So Pokemon Channel taking 22 is quite a lot, I think. Don't remove Mystical Ninja. No, don't worry. And we played that on the N64, right? Like, I think it was just on your cartridge, actually. The one you still have. Yeah, let's get that channel save data out of here. I don't think I need more Pokemon Channel. Also, we didn't achieve anything. This is what I get for reporting my data to Oak. It's all that anime footage. Recorded as evidence for the courts when Twitch comes after me. Okay, we're almost set now. Trying again. Take 2. Share the image if you want to see what else Pikachu was watching. Excellent. Let me have a quick look at Link. Sorry. Juggling distracting tasks here. That's pretty good. I'm happy to have provided a nice template for Pikachu watching our playthroughs. So, okay, now I'm hopefully now caught up more or less on chat, sort of. Let's get a look at this. I'm very curious to see, so what I'm expecting, we're going to see in combat, in like the battles at least, we're going to see a lot of familiar animations, but some new ones, because I think there's some motion and new animations, even for the Pokemon where they do reuse some stuff, I think. Also, anything that happens like in the story part will obviously be all new. And there might be new Pokemon in this one. Well, no. But they might have added some Gen 3 stuff. Actually, I don't know. They probably did. They probably did add some Gen 3 Pokemon in here. So it's probably a larger count. I'm excited to see. Ooh. Let's see what the eye catch does if we just leave it. So I believe this was... So the developers on this are Genius Seniority. This is the first game that they made. And clearly they were working kind of in partnership with Nintendo and Creatures and all them in order to like be getting the animation and model data from the Colosseum games. I think it's the same studio that also did Gale of Darkness, and they don't exclusively do Pokemon spin-offs, but they have done a lot of them. I think the thing I'm most interested to see here is... So like, we know there's a fair number of animations being reused from the Stadium games, but I remember looking at footage of this and feeling like there was a lot of inconsistency in animation quality. Like some animations looking really good, and some looking pretty mediocre to not great. And I'm curious... it may be hard to tell, but I'm curious if... Like, how much of the stuff that Genius Seniority added is in that not great category? Because that is one thing, even though, like, even though this game is going to be benefiting from all of those high personality stadium animations, if like the level of quality is much less consistent, that can kind of lead to sort of like an uneven feeling in animation quality, which modern 3D Pokemon may not have a lot of personality to their battle animation for most of them, but they like the fidelity and the quality of motion and all that is very consistent. They are very good at maintaining that. I'm not sure that that's like better necessarily than high personality with uneven quality, but any of these I need to check out. Stereo, Rumble, that's fine. Okay. New game. Your name? Wes. Seth. They were really into Seth in this gen, I see. Thomas. We will just be Dan. Should we be all caps this time, or should we do lower cases for the We'll go with it. Well, hang on. Actually, here is an easy way to check. Oh, no, wait, we can't go back. I was going to say, we could see what the capitalization on the other names was, but so be it. We will commit. Is Dan okay? I hope so. Were they all caps? You're right, they were. All right. All caps it is. Here we go. My goodness. Espeon drove the motorcycle there. It's the only explanation. And here we are. Definitely not great animation on the main character. No. Nope, not very good on the main character. That is a bit rough. Yeah, very slidey on the feet. Also, just like... just the motion in general. It does not feel a whole lot like a run, to be honest. Like a... yeah, the physicality of this, the motion on like the torso and the root, all that. Quite poor. It's the sort of thing I would really dig into Sonic for doing, so only feels fair. Outskirt stand, a lonely gasoline stand in a desolate desert. Travelers visit on their journeys. I guess I accidentally left. Let's go inside. Yeah, a lot of foot sliding on these. Which is, it's like, it's okay to a limited degree, but if, like, there's extreme sliding on all your characters walking around all the time, then something's gone not ideal. We sure pigged out, eh? I love chowing down after a job. Adds to the flavor, I swear. Yeah, and we bagged ourselves a great big catch, too. Boss will be sure to fix us up good with big rewards, too. It doesn't get any better than this. this a diner? It's a very great diner location. I like their aesthetic. Authorities have made a stunning announcement on the mysterious building that exploded in Eklo Canyon. It was Team Snagum's hideout. Team Snagum's a gang of Pokemon abductors who have already been marked for arrest. The hideout was discovered only as a result of the explosion. By the time the police arrived, the ruined building had already been abandoned. The cause of the explosion is under investigation. It should become apparent eventually. Oh, haven't seen your face around these parts. Traveler, huh? Not that it matters any. I don't know where you might have come from, but relax, stick around a while. You know, I don't quite understand what happened, but having your hideout blow up on you? Crime doesn't pay, I guess. I live a crime-free life, so nothing gonna blow up on me. That's something we can all be cocky about with our crime-free living. Explosion-proof. There's no forgiving that Team Snagum. They don't deserve it. Not when they steal Pokemon from trainers. But why, I'd give a hip hooray if they were wiped out with their wrecked hideout. You're a Pokemon trainer too, aren't you? I think so. I have 2 Pokemon who hang out with me, and one of them can drive my bike. I can tell, and you're good. I can see it in your eyes. I bet your Pokemon are impressive too. If the opportunity ever arises, I'd like to have a battle with you. Though I doubt I'd have any chance of beating you. Yo, wait up! Hey, my name's Willy. After I got a good look at you, well, I got this urge to battle you. It's like I'm compelled to. Any way I look at it, it's obvious you're no ordinary Joe. So what do you say? Let's you and me have a quick battle. Sure. Yeah, that's the spirit. All right, over here, this way. Thanks for those stretch and hydrate reminders, by the way. And the question, was Dan okay? Truly. Yeah, I'm burning now. I'm on fire. It's full throttle time. Vroom, vroom, let's go. Fun little screen dissolve to the battle screen, though. Rider Willy would like to battle. Send out a Zigzagoon and a Zigzagoon. Both of whom look great. An Umbreon and an Espeon. It's looking pretty good. Let's try a bite. And also, confusion. There's a definite, like, marked improvement in the quality of animation on the Pokemon, like, specifically on the Pokemon. Like, the trainer posing is at least more dynamic and interesting, but, like, the motion is still not great. I am kind of getting the feeling, like, where we're seeing good animation, it is remnants of Nintendo's, kind of like the Nintendo and their collaborators' work from Stadium, for the most part. I may be wrong with that. That's just sort of like a speculative guess based on the very little I've seen so far, but I have a suspicion that's where the trend is going to go. Wiped out. I still need seasoning. It could also simply be a case of, like, this is a game that does have as a major focus the battles, so it could be that that's kind of where the focus went for Genius Seniority 2. It's like that's where their attention and time went, so not nearly as much time and effort like directed toward the animations of human characters in these like scenes and out in the world. That like all their focus was largely and all their time was largely on battle animations. That also could be the case. I wonder how much asset reusing and upcycling happens behind the scenes in these franchises. Like, quite a lot. Like, that, I think that's, if there's one thing we're seeing clearly here today, it's that, like, reuse of 3D animations definitely did not start with Gen 6 and the mainline series. Like, the Stadium games have been reusing animations since the very start. And I expect that Creatures, I think Creatures Inc. is the kind of branch of this big collaborative multi-company effort that kind of is responsible for a lot of the assets, like a lot of the models, a lot of the animation happens. I think they probably have a pretty large repository of all the assets for past games that they can work with and update, up-res, distribute to developers who are working on these games. Like for Pokemon Go, there's no way that like almost all the animations in that game would have been ones that Niantic would have been given to work with. Like they didn't custom animate a whole bunch of like Pokemon attacks and behaviors for that thing. So I'm guessing this was kind of like an early case of that, like Genius Seniority. I'm saying their studio name wrong, aren't I? Hang on. Pokemon Colosseum. I just want to make sure I'm calling them the right thing. Genius Sonority. Okay. It's not Seniority. Genius Sonority. Got it. Yeah, I'm guessing they were handed a lot of assets as kind of a starting point from Stadium. They'd have had to do a lot of work with those assets because this is not an N64 game anymore. Almost definitely not working with the same engine that Stadium would have been running in. Also, they probably are updating, if not the meshes of the models, they definitely have to update textures and shaders and a whole bunch of other things. That have lots of animations they could work with and touch up, but they'd have to make a bunch of their own as well. But they are definitely working from a big library of existing ones in order to make this work. So like, it is kind of telling that like even with these 3D games that have been focused almost entirely on the battles and not the rest of a Pokemon experience, they are reusing everywhere they can in order to kind of increase the larger scope, which is good, like they should. Animation reuse is good. This is a good, efficient way to work and make bigger games on the same budget. So anyway, it's a lot of rambling. Hey, I know. Why not test your skills in Phoenix City? It's out west of here. You'll find trainers who are way better than me there. You should go out there and get some battling in. Maybe I will. Let me stiffly waddle in that general direction. Well, I guess I could get on my bike. That's probably better than walking across what looks like a Pokemon equivalent of a Mad Max desert. Oh, I guess my bike's not here on the map. I'm just going to assume. I'm using the bike. A gorgeous jewel of a town that overflows with water in a forbidding desert. There's something almost uncanny about this aesthetically. Like, it feels like it is aesthetically too far spun off of the way that, like, the Pokemon look. Like, even if they made a game like this today, I feel like it would be a little more tied in with, like, the art design that Pokemon generally sticks to. A little bit more so. Hey, what are you doing? Get a grip, man. Hey, you say that, but this, it won't stop squirming. Makes it tough to hold on. Okay, settle down in there. Just be quiet for a little while longer. Help! Someone let me out! Kidnappers! That tape didn't keep their yap shut. Hey, quit your shouting! Oh, drat, did that punk hear all that? Since you overheard us, we don't have any choice. Blame it on your own bad luck. Here we go. This kind of feels wrong, like it should be a Digimon. There is something about this that does, yeah, I guess that's kind of what I mean. Like, it feels off-brand somehow. And I know it's just because it's kind of early on before that brand was quite so entrenched, established, and, like, enforced, I'm sure. I'm sure they've got a much, much denser, like, style guide, art bible type thing that devs have to adhere to now. Whismer. I don't know what Snatch does. Let's try. And let's try... Confusion seems like the only one that's actually a damaging move. Remember the voice I used for that sack and commit to it? Oh dear. Is Whisper a Gen 2 or a Gen 3? Gen 3? Okay, cool. Yeah, I thought I didn't remember seeing them in Crystal anywhere. Let's just try a different move just to see more. The animation on Espeon and Umbreon are great. And the Whismer as well. Yeah, just on the Pokemon so far, that's all been very good. And some of this would have been new. So, like, Whismer's Gen 3 wouldn't have been in Stadium 2. So, like, either Nintendo, Game Freak, Creatures Inc., like, HAL Labs were doing 3D animations that, like, also got handed off to Genius Sonority, or more likely, folks at Genius Sonority were making also, like, some really good-looking new 3D Pokemon animations for Gen 3 Pokemon getting added into this. And maybe that's just where their kind of more of the effort went. Because, like, looking at the human here, that's a very Sonic Adventure animation right there, of just, like, oscillating very evenly between two poses, neither of which are particularly good. Nothing very human or physically right feeling about them. Like, pose or the motion just feels very robotic. All of these idols are pretty bland. You took out my Whismer. You're no ordinary trainer, are you? Huh? Oh, wait a sec. That face. Might you be Team Snag'ems? There's a lot of people all of a sudden. What? What's going on out here? Eek! Somebody! Robbers! They're robbers! You be quiet. Who's talking? You be quiet. We're no robbers. We're kidnappers. Get it? Kidnappers! What, you dingbat, don't shoot off your mouth. Don't get all happy just on account of winning this once. The next time we meet, I'll trash you, your Pokemon, and all. Oh, yuck, there's someone inside there. God, this is tied good and tight. Can you believe those people? What a horrible, horrible thing to do. Oh, do you want a hand? The sack's mouth is firmly closed with a tightly knotted rope. Undo the knot. Dan tugged hardly on the tightly knotted rope. The knot gradually loosened. Dan undid the knot, keeping the sack's mouth closed. Why? Oh, hi, hello. Phew, thank goodness, I'm saved. Hey, we should all share names real quick, huh? Where's this? Where did those two bring me? This is Phoenix City, the opulent city of water. The person saved you from those thugs. Or this person did, you know. The way he battled those goons, it was truly superb. Wish you could have seen it. Oh, is that so? Thank you. And, you are? Oh, so your name's Dan. I am... Do I get to name you? I guess I do. We'll just go with the first one. It's fine. Rui. Nice to meet you. Seth. My name's Rui. I'm sure glad I met you. I was in the neighboring town when those two grabbed me. Oh, those guys, did they use a peculiar Pokemon? A peculiar Pokemon? No, they looked ordinary to me. What do you mean by peculiar Pokemon? Oh, no, that's fine then. Well, it's easy to see something's on your mind. You should go see our mayor for his advice. He's a very kindly person. I'm sure he'll be able to help you somehow. The mayor's house is near the Fountain Square, past here. Go up the stairs from the square and it's on your left. The mayor? Yes, that's true. The mayor might know something. Hey, Dan, I know I'm imposing, but I don't have anyone else that I can turn to. Please, can I get you to escort me for a while? I don't know where the mayor's house is, but sure. Thank you, Dan. I thought you might say that. If you're with me, Dan, it won't matter if those guys come back again. Thank you. Thanks for joining me for a while. Rui became a partner, yes. Now you follow me around. Okay. You know, you two make one attractive couple. Makes me a little envious. The mayor's house is near the Fountain Square past here. Right, okay. Past the fountain, to left. That's a shop. And a PC. Computers were much larger back then. Hello? Good gracious. This is a lot. I guess you're a traveling trainer. I like what I see in your expression. I have a feeling I may see you again somewhere. Yeah, I have a feeling you're not just a random NPC either. Do you think they're important? Now that is a hair choice you've made. Ah, you must be travelers. Welcome to Fnac City. I'm Escade. Escade. I'm Escade, the mayor. Now, you wanted to see me. Is there something that I may be able to assist you with? Oh? What may I do for a pretty young lady like you? I saw it. Saw it. What did you see? I saw a peculiar Pokemon. No, that's not quite right. What I saw was a Pokemon that gave off a black aura. It was like a fighting machine. And that Pokemon would attack people. Oh, my. Pokemon like a fighting machine. It attacks people. Now, if that were true, that would be truly frightening. However, it is a little hard to believe. It's true. It's true, Mr. Mayor. Because I saw that Pokemon, I was made the prisoner of some frightening men until just a little while ago. I see. I understand. I will order an investigation at once. You will? Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Oh, no. There's no need for thanks. We mustn't allow thugs to do as they wish, especially thugs that endanger a pretty young lady like you. I'll ask that you give me a little time on the matter. I promise we'll get some useful information for you. Oh, yes. You appear to be a Pokemon trainers yourself. If so, I urge you to visit our city's pride and joy, our Pokemon Stadium. It's a breathtakingly beautiful stadium befitting our Oasis City. Oh, goodbye, then. Conversation over. I'm gonna go upstairs. Hi. Oh, hi. Aren't you a cute guy? We all have our own taste. Must be nice to travel with a cute girlfriend. You're all being very weird about this. Pardon me. The mayor looks like the bomb salesman from Wind Waker. That is a very similar vibe of character, actually, yes. It is a very, like, quirky little Zelda NPC character design. Yeah, I agree. This game is very, very much into shipping its own characters. Hi. I'm no good at schoolwork, but I'm pretty outstuffed at Pokemon battles. You're a trainer too, aren't you? Let's duke it out. Let's battle. Okay. All right. Here we come. There's no holding back. To war with a roller boy, Kaib. The bug kid has grown up into roller boy. Something about this feels unsporting. It's like, I, cool anime anti-hero protagonist, marching in with my Umbreon, Espeon, Angel and Devil, like, Pokemon, here to stomp all the local bug kids' pets. You can tell I'm cool. What is blowing my cape? Drama. With a hint of angst. I do like it rolling forward. It's pretty good. The cape of billowing. The cape has little built-in fans. Like a gaming PC. This is what a gaming PC would look like in human form. Ouch, no, that wasn't supposed to happen. You're right, it is a coat. A coat, not a cope. Different thing. I didn't think I'd lose. Big guy, you're tough. I want you to have this since you're so good. Thank you. What else is going on in this town? Hello. Are you travelers? Don't you think Fnac City is a very nice place? But if you're thinking about going on, you should be careful. There's a town called Pyrite ahead. That place is filled with thugs and other nasty people. Goodness. A long time ago, this area was barren of life. Neither people nor Pokemon could live on this blighted land. It was the mayor's grandfather, the first mayor, who founded Fnac by drawing water to this parched land. Ah. The first mayor. Ooh. It's a nice little zigzagoon you got there. This town was peaceful before, but lately it's been turning rougher. It's because of the thugs that live in Pyrite Town, which is the next town over. They've been showing up here. I don't have anything to do with them. Let sleeping dogs lie, that's what I say. I'm getting very rich neighborhood HOA vibes off of Fnac City, I'll be honest. That large house is the mayor's home. If something concerns you while you're traveling, you should visit the mayor for his advice. Where's this Colosseum? I should go looking for it. Oh, are you traveling? Oh, I envy you. Is it a journey to become an expert trainer? Or a quest to meet Pokemon? Either way, you make me jealous. How large is the water supply? Seems pretty considerable, based on what I'm seeing so far. Let's check out the PC. Colosseum's north? Good to know. Alright, we'll head there after this. Oh, the town's layout is displayed. High tech. Hi, big guy. Wyatt. Big guy's a weird nickname for strangers. Look, this is really neat. See? It's a map of Fnac City. Isn't it cool? Yes. Hi. Hello, welcome to... Oh, it's the Pokemon Center. That's what the PC is, I think. Okay. We restored your tired Pokemon to full health. Thank you for waiting. We've restored your Pokemon to full health. See you again. What's this? Pokemon. Oh, it's okay. It's the PC. Cool. And a place to save. Let's head over to... First off, that center building. Because this is also a pretty conspicuous place. It's probably important. I really look up to Justy, the leader of the pre-gym. He's really cool. Of course, he's really a tough trainer at Pokemon battles, too. Hi, welcome to pre-gym. Oh, this is a place for trainers and Pokemon to not only sharpen their strength and skills, but also their body and spirit. Cool. Okay. Am I doing it? I don't think I am. I'm Justy. I'm in charge of running the pre-gym. Judging by your appearance, I'd say that you're traveling, the two of you. Well, what do you think? Since you're already here, do you feel like having a battle? Why not? Okay, then let me introduce you to the trainers of pre-gym. When you're ready to go to the battle area in the center and stand at the left-hand side. Okay. Dan, go for it. I'll be right here cheering. Looks like you're ready. Well, let's get this started. In all, you'll be facing 4 trainers. They're all a handful. I can vouch for that. And now this is where your opponent enters. Hello. Do you feel like taking on some grass-type Pokemon? Then I'm the one you want. I really only have the 2 here. Look at him. Throwing out a trainer for you from basement storage. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe that the little elevator gives. Sure. Confuse the plant. Hum. That cloak billowing on our main character really is... like, it's a good idea for a bit of texture, even if there's, like, no obvious source of wind anywhere, but even just, like, the billowing looks quite off and raw. Like, that doesn't really look quite like a coat billowing or, like, loose cloth flapping. Just the weight and motion of it is quite weird. Flop. Good job, team. Thanks for joining us, an Angry Granny. Have a good rest of the day. How do you like that? You're more than strong enough. I'm gonna toughen up some more. Hope you keep working too. Back to cold storage with you. So, what's your plan? You keep chugging on with your battle challenge? Sure, why not? Okay, gotcha. Let's get the next battle started. Hello. Leave water type battling to me. I'll teach you just how strong the water type can be. Cute. Sort of cute. Yeah, the character names are quite amusing. Bite and confuse everything. It's quite a tumble, Meryl. I do like it. The threatening aura about Skirsit. Yeah, it really helps that the animation on Umbreon and Espeon is, like, quite strong. Like, nice idles, nice attack animations. That charge forward on Umbreon's, like, bite looks really good. I'm pretty sure these are all the assets that we were seeing in Stadium 2. For those two, at least. Then again, the charge forward might not have been. I feel like there's more, like, kind of charging, like, forward across the field a little ways in Colosseum than there is in the previous ones. But maybe I'm remembering wrong. I was impressed by your Pokemon. Thank you. Yours were also cute. My goal is to become the ultimate water-type battler. Back to more training for me. So, what's your plan? Let's do the next two, why not? So far, pretty easy. Is it you? Did you want to battle me? You don't look like a trainer. No, it doesn't matter. You can learn how to proper trainer battles from me. Rich Boy Dugo. Ground types, I assume. Uh-oh, this guy has a cravat. Look out. Let's give him the old bite and confuse. The motion on the Trapinch is very cute. I like that. It's like animated to have kind of like a really top-heavy head. I like where a lot of the weight is in the head, clearly. It's a fun bit of texture. I like its little flopping. Yeah, a lot of the Pokemon animations just... like, so far, most things I've seen just like... on the Pokemon, really good, really strong. Like, now that we're up to GameCube era, like, the bar for animation quality is definitely higher kind of across all games. Like, the fact that a lot of the animations looked this good in the N64 era was legit, like, real impressive. And it still looks really good now, especially given the quantity of it that they have to do. One more. The Pokemon fainting look like they're really suffering. There is more of a... because they're more fully animating everything, like, there is more of a... having more personality in the animation does mean that, like, more emotion can kind of come through in those animations, and so, like, a fainting, oh, I'm hurt and can't go on, can easily look a whole lot more, like, pained, depending on how you go about it. Which I could see them kind of consciously trying to avoid too much a lot of the time, especially in later releases. Yeah, they definitely put priority into animating the Pokemon more than the people. That's definitely true. And I think that it is generally the right call, but like the disparity in animation quality between them is pretty striking. And since like a lot of this game is going to be experienced in the like campaign running around talking to people, you are going to spend a lot of time looking at that stuff too. But it almost feels like the difference in quality honestly doesn't even feel to me like a case of like, okay, the animators put a lot of time into these and then didn't have a lot of time left, or didn't dedicate a lot of time left for these others and just kind of threw something together. It almost looks like different teams, different people. Like there's some like kind of animation fundamentals that are very present for a lot of the Pokemon animation and very missing for a lot of the human stuff. Whoa, that was inspiring. You showed me a great battle. It deserves a gift. I want you to have this. A white herb. You don't have a full party of Pokemon yet. When you get 6 of them, I'd like you to come see me again. That's when I'll be your opponent. We're looking forward to it. I too look forward to having more little Pokemon friends. I don't know how to collect them yet. Perhaps if we go to the Colosseum. Maybe we should rest up our crew first. Is there like a run button? Not that one. Or that one. Doesn't seem to be. You have a feeling I'll be royally sick of Pokemon once the animation video is done and edited? Very, very possible. Usually by the time I do get a video, like an animation video done, I am very ready to not look at or think about that particular game for at least a little bit. Depending on how much I love the game and how much time I've had to spend on that video. It's almost like the animators got to pick up whatever they felt like rather than a budget for whichever animations were the most prominent. Now, I feel like in this case, like, I don't have any inside knowledge on this one, so this is a complete speculation, but I'm just trying to, like, guess at the sorts of production scenarios that would lead to this disparity in quality. I'm guessing that, like, the battle animation stuff was probably getting developed by one little kind of like little sub team within the development studio, or like either just 2 different teams kind of working on the 2 different aspects of the game, and a lot of the like more experienced animators were on the battle side of things. Or it could be that, like, they were literally different teams. Like, there might have been some co-development happening to where, like, folks within Creatures Inc. / Nintendo or others were doing more of the animation stuff for the battle side of things. I guess I don't really have any reason to think that that's the thing that happened, but it definitely feels like different people, different teams, like, working on these different animations inside of things. Because the quality on the Pokemon really is significantly higher. To the point where it does not feel like the same animators are doing this work. I could very easily be wrong about that. It's just I feel like the animators whoever's working on the Pokemon, which look great, even if they were having to, like, churn out 5 of these human, like, pose kind of idols a day, these would still be better idols. They would still be better pose. Like, they would be able to, within that time, still make something that looks very simple, but still a little bit more appealing and fundamentally solid. Like what you see on, like, your average human in a 3D Pokemon now. It's hard to guess, though. This place looks important. Boy, they do have lots of water here. Welcome to Fnac Stadium. This is where we register trainers for challenges. However, the current challenge has already started, so we're no longer accepting trainers. Oh, please come back and enter the next challenge. Took too long in the gym, I guess. Nice place, though. Wouldn't be surprised if Creatures Inc. and Nintendo were handling the Pokemon, or whatever wasn't ripped from the Stadium games. Like, part of me wonders that too, given that the quality I've seen on the Gen 3 Pokemon looks very similar to what we were seeing in Stadium on the Gen 2 ones. Like, maybe. I haven't seen anything like in my cursory glance around and like wikis and stuff like that suggesting that this was a co-development sort of thing with creatures and all that, but like there's also just like a lot of details around the development of these things that's just kind of obscured and lost to history. It's kind of hard to tell. And I'm swinging pretty wild with my guesses, so I could be so off about so much of this. We finally found you, you filthy double-crossing traitor. Reckon the hideout wasn't good enough for you, so you rip off the snag machine? You got some nerve. The what? Who are these people? Huh? Are they Team Snag'em? And what do they mean by traitor? Dan, you mean... That's right, pretty lady. He's from Team Snag'em, just like us. But he's no ordinary member. He's a snagger. He is the best in Team Snag'em at snagging Pokemon without fail. No way. Is it true, Dan? I mean, I don't know, but they all seem very certain. Oh, so it is true. That's a little shocking. Hey, Dan, come on. Hand it over. Get back the snag machine you ripped off from the hideout. Snag machine? Dan, do you really have something like that? I don't know. I don't know any more than you. The snag machine's built for trainers. When a trainer puts the snag machine on, their Pokeballs are converted. Ordinarily, Pokeballs are turned into snag balls that can steal Pokemon from their trainers in battle. Hey, you blabbermouth, keep that stuff secret. I get it, Dan. That's why these creeps are chasing after you. Creeps? What do you mean by creeps? This is getting us nowhere. If you won't give it up willingly, we'll take it back by force. Corfish and coffee. Bite, confuse, until it stops working. You feel like a Pokemon game where you play a former bad guy wouldn't fly these days? Yeah, I don't feel like they would do it in the mainline game either. In part just because I feel like that... just sort of that little journey of like, you're a kid going on an adventure is just so much kind of the spirit of what Pokemon games are and what they're... and what sort of like the little fantasy is about. Having a game where you're just sort of like more of a teen who's part of the villain team is now going out doing whatever it is we're doing, living by our own rules, I guess. Doesn't really seem like the kind of like vibe that mainline Pokemon goes for. Blast you, Dan! Don't think this is over! We're going to get that snag machine back, just you wait. Any chance the out-of-battle animations are effectively placeholders the developers never got a chance to replace? It is possible, but like, given they are all at that consistent level, like this consistent level of pretty mediocre quality, it is possible that they got these animations in and were hoping to get something better, but just decided to put that time towards something else. It's really hard to know. To be honest, this feels like kind of like sanctioned fan fiction. It really does. Listen, Dan, we should go shopping for some Pokeballs at the Pokemart. All right. You're correct. Maybe they sell these, like, from other spots in here, or like upstairs. A secret about catching Pokemon in this game? Sure. Still not helpful. Huh. Pardon me, child. See, there is one person listed for character modeling and one for character motion design versus approximately 20 across the Pokemon modeling side in the credits. Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Especially, and it's especially interesting given that, like, the models at least would probably have been... that have at least have had the data from Stadium games to start from when we're finding the modeling stuff further. It definitely does feel like more people were working on the Pokemon than on the human characters. And if they just had like one person who was doing all the human character modeling and one person who was making all the animations for all the human characters and just having to churn out a high amount of it, it could just be that it was a person having to do tons of it and having to work very fast, or the person that they had just doing all the human character stuff is not a particularly gifted animator, or like maybe was like a character modeler, like someone who isn't like a animator specialist, like they maybe do like lots of 3D character things, like they character model, they character rig. They're sort of like a 3D generalist doing the animations, so like they are quite good at all of it, but they're not quite as good at the animation side of things as like a specialist animator would be. That could also be a case. I don't know. I'm throwing out a lot of theories here. But they do definitely have veterans from the previous Pokemon 3D games on here. That does track. Thanks for looking that stuff up. It's useful. You can clone Pokeballs very easily. Great Ball, Ultra Ball, even the Master Ball. Oh, that's nice to know. Probably not something I'll make use of, but it's cool. There is, strangely, isn't an explicit animation section to the credits beyond character animation. Everything is under modeling. Now for the Pokemon as well. Yeah, that's kind of like a case, honestly, with like early video game development. With early video game development, a lot of the like titles for jobs were not like the same ones as we would see today, and there was less standardization across different studios. But also like between like the US and Japan, like names for jobs, different disciplines in game dev have always been pretty easy. Like I feel like I see a lot of like in Japanese game development, I see like a lot of folks like credited under like scenario, which is not a term that we use in Western development, but it seems to like largely be sort of like a designer, like it's a designer role, often one with like story, like sort of like narrative designer. And yeah, especially this early on with smaller like teams required to create games like this. Individual people working at these on these games often wouldn't be as highly specialized. They would have sort of like multidisciplinary skills, able to do various parts of the job. Does kind of seem like they don't sell Pokeballs here, though. Could the human characters be borrowing rigs from other games? They feel very generic, like they would fit in a Final Fantasy game. I imagine not. But it's possible, but I imagine these are... Like, it is possible. It is possible that there were some, like, kind of generic human character modeled rigs from some other Nintendo property or whatever that they also handed over to Genius Sonority, but I kind of imagine that these were probably built in-house. I would assume. Like, they wouldn't even really have human stuff to pull from Stadium and other past 3D Pokemon games. Scenarios like the framework of the story, so narrative or story writing. Yeah, that's kind of like that's what I'd sort of surmised, but yeah, like it's definitely like a job title role discipline that we'd call something entirely different in Western game dev. So even today, even these days, there could be a mismatch kind of in those like discipline names. And then you have, like, especially in early in early game dev, you've got the studios who would just give themselves kind of like joke titles. At the very least in like game credits and things, like end of Banjo-Kazooie, seeing like the... Like Rare loves doing stuff like that, giving themselves like silly job titles like Idea Guy. Chief Kazoo Operator, yeah. Rui, I'm gonna try leaving town again so you can tell me what it was that you were wanting me to do. We should go shopping for some Pokeballs at the Pokemon. I did, they didn't sell any. Is it an off-menu item? Do I need to give them the password? Maybe there's another clerk somewhere besides these two. Can't interact with any of the displays. No one sells Pokeballs around these parts. That's common knowledge. The guy that runs the outskirts stand used to sell them before, but you have to keep that a secret. Oh. The guy that runs the outskirts stand. Hopefully he's still within city limits. I guess we gotta find that guy. So one more interesting person I found in the Pokemon 3D modeling credits for this game. Atsuko Ujie worked on literally every Pokemon game with 3D in it, from Stadium to Scarlet and Violet, and for the CG in the early Pokemon movies, and she's done art for the trading card game. She's now listed as an executive director at Creatures Inc. Oh, that's cool. Someone who's been working there a long time for pretty much the entire history of all of it. What a wild career. Being a part of it from near the start and watching it, like, grow to its current day. That's wild. What fine weather this is. Truly a perfect sort of day for a Pokemon battle. So, young one, how about indulging this old man? I was looking for Pokeballs, actually, but, It's a good owl you have. And a good Sentret. Good taste. I hope when I'm old they call me fun old man. That's the best any of us can hope for, I think. If we can reach a point of being quite elderly, and the descriptor that people give us is fun, we're probably doing it right. Buy one Pokeball and one Great Ball. Throw a Great Ball to Pokemon with your first, then go into your inventory with your second and switch the slot. Pokeball and the Great Ball are in. It allows you to throw a Great Ball, but doesn't actually remove any balls from the inventory. Oh, that's cool. I probably won't use any of the duplicating tricks for this now, especially since I'm not actually playing through the whole game, but that is a good trick. Ah, yes, you're young, but you've got a bit of spine. Why, just like me when I was young. Well done, indeed. Maybe in some of these other buildings. Will you sell me a Pokeball? There's been nothing but news about Team Snag'em on every channel all day long. Usually they'd have at least one channel showing anime or something. When I was watching Pokemon TV, there was all variety of channels. Each more baffling but entertaining than the last. What's this building? Oh, that's the mart. Just the top of it. I see. Oh, I can leave now. Okay. Well, sure. Let's go to the stand. Meow. Oh, hey, it's you. I was worried about you. Some rough-looking characters came around asking about you. Made me worried. Those guys, they look like they're from Team Snag'em. I see. Maybe in here. Can I buy Pokeballs from you? Might want to stock up on supplies here. Yes, please. Hey, can I ask you something? Don't you sell any Pokeballs? Huh? Pokeballs, you say? There's no call for those things around these parts. Where'd I put them now? Wait, so you do sell them? Oh yeah, here they are. A little dusty, I'm afraid, but otherwise perfectly usable. Here, take these. I'll let you have them for free. Oh, thank you. Well, since I found them, I may just as well put them out with the rest of my merchandise. If you need some more, well, how about buying them from me? I just might. I am flush with cash. Guess I should buy some great ones too. Oh, nice. Even got the free Premier Ball. Anything else I can do? No, I'm good, thanks. Now I just gotta figure out what else to do. For a guy who forgot he sold Pokeballs, he sure does love the Premier Ball promotion. It's a fair point. So now that I have Pokeballs, I've still really only got the 2 locations I can go to, but if we go back... Oh, it's you. Or it's you too. Something terrible's happening. A whole lot of scary men came here. I think I even saw those 2 creeps who took off in the truck earlier. Oh, I'll look into it. Everything's still seeming pretty chill, actually, around town. Yeah, it's very mellow here. Hi, are you here to take part in the challenge too? I mean, if there is one. Me too. I came here hoping to participate in the challenge, but I was disappointed. By the time I arrived, the challenge had already started. I wanted to win this knockout challenge. I'd have liked to win the cash prize in the technical machine. No challenges. Yeah, going to the mayor makes sense. Let's do that. Mayor. I'm told there's an emergency. Oh my. Master Mirror B. It's him. He's the one that took the girl from us. Oh, now aren't you boys frightfully pathetic? You mean to tell me you were bested by these darling infants? Darling, did you say something? Did it say your name was Dan or something? I so don't like saying this, but we're not at liberty to keep your lady friend at liberty. The sweet young thing, she can see things that ordinary people aren't supposed to see. That just will not do for what we're planning to do. No, it just won't do at all. If you don't like pain, like most people, you can avoid the pain by keeping your nose out of places it needn't be. I think I'm following you. Boys, oh boys. Yes, we will. Boys, I shall make my return to Pyrite now. Do remember that I'll be waiting for you to return with the little lady. Am I making myself clear? I won't accept failure from you again, boys. Let the music spin. Let's get it on. Bye. Nice to meet you. Oh, pardon me. They seem fun. You! The last time you caught me off guard. That's not gonna happen again. What an eventful day I'm having. Hello, Tad. Give him the old bite and confuse. It's working pretty good so far. Doesn't make for the most varied footage, but they are kind of my damaging moves. No, my energy. Thanks for the stretch and hydrate reminders, by the way. Good recommendations. Varied footage is what enemies are for. That's the truth. Oh, blast it! I got tripped up again. And the game gets surprisingly hard later for a Pokemon game. I believe it. Like, they're aiming older with, like, the tone and the story and the rest. It makes sense that they would also kind of aim a little more challenging. If their audience that they're targeting is a little older than the average, like, Pokemon kid, bumping difficulty up a little makes sense. It could also be poor balancing. Also true. Bite the ghost. Confuse what remains of the ghost. I like little single eye light. You know, like kind of the skull eye sockets is a neat little touch. Hello. Dan, it's that one, that Pokemon. Those jerks captured me because I saw that Pokemon. I can see a black aura coming from it. They must have done something to that Pokemon. Be careful, that Pokemon's not afraid to attack people. I know, Dan. I hate to say this, but there's no other choice. Get that Pokemon back from the bad guys. Please, you have to. You can. Actually, only you can do it. Localization's a little rough on this, but that was more common in this era. Especially for, like, anything RPG adjacent with a large quantity of text. Let's get the bug out of here first. Jump. Not very effective. Okay. Let's wear you down a little bit, if we can. Why not? Oops. Turns out that one's very effective. What? My Pokemon? Darn it, but you're good. You knocked out my Pokemon. Hey, what are you saying? You're not supposed to be impressed? Ah, oh, man, what are we supposed to do? We got flattened again. Mirror B's gonna chew us out. What do we do? What is there to do? Run away! Oh, it's disappointing that we couldn't snag that Pokemon off them. But I'm sure there are others like it. Let's get all of them back from the bad guys. I might as well. I don't have anything else planned. Where'd the mayor go, anyway? Hi. Sorry to break it to you, but I'm not about to let you pass. Or do you have this idea that you can take me into battle? Maybe, but I'm still looking around. Mayor? Oh, hi, aren't you a cute guy? Oh, yeah, same, right. Pardon me. It's kind of odd that there's collision with the person following you around. So, I guess let's try to leave town after we heal up. And probably pick a fight with someone in order to do it. We should save before trying to fight one of the guys at the town exits. Alright, that works for me. This I can do. So can we just do that here, or what? Snag list. Items, Pokemon. I think we need to do it at the computer. Here we go. You have to save at the PCs in this game for some reason. My guess is the reason for that being that, like, that way that when they load you into a save, they just have to figure out which one of these Pokemon centers to load you back into, as opposed to, like, your location in the world and the state of where things were in the world, maybe? Or maybe it is more like Final Fantasy design, where they're trying to, like, in order to save, they're wanting you to have to get through a fair number of fights without being able to save in between each one constantly. So it's sort of like a checkpointing system in a weird sort of way, right? Kind of like older Final Fantasies with their save points and stuff like that. Kind of like progress markers, almost like Souls bonfires are now. Could be either one. Well, we've done a save now, so let's pick a fight. I challenge you, Blue Ranger. Bring it. Ooh. Guess I'll be trying to catch that then. Let's confuse it. Oh, is this like choosing a starter, effectively? I gotcha. Honestly, the camera work in this is quite all right for its time. Yeah, I agree. Like, it evokes, like, kind of the camera stuff that they were doing with Stadium, but obviously reworked to be, like, more zoomed out to also include the trainers, to have double Pokemon on the field, to show both Pokemon at the same time more frequently, or, like, all Pokemon at the same time more frequently. Yeah, like, this is pretty comparable to what feels like what 3D Pokemon does now. Or did earlier, I guess, in Gen 6 and 7 and 8 to a degree, especially. But yeah, I definitely agree. The camera work, motion on this is really adding a lot. A lot more visual interest for the fight. Yeah, that's definitely vertex animation on that Grimer. Just that wobbliness would be so hard to impossible to do with a skeleton, it feels like. Like of a joint animation in this day and age. Maybe easier on the GameCube, but still not easy. You know, let's try an item. Let's try... Oh, maybe it's a different tab. Okay. Pokeball. Maybe. Hey. Spoink. Okay, Spoink is pretty cute. This is my first encounter with Spoink. Spoink is an all-timer for sure. I approve of Spoink. Question, so can I only catch the ones that have the sort of dark aura about them, or can I try to catch any opponent's Pokemon, basically? Just the ones with the aura? Okay, cool. I assumed so. Spoink, good. You're tough. Trudley and Folly can't be blamed for losing. What was that strange Pokemon? What'd you people do to it? That? It's a Pokemon that we turned into a fighting machine by artificially closing the door to its heart. No, you didn't. You artificially closed the door to that poor Pokemon's heart? That's what I said. Knowing that's not going to help you do anything. He has a point. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. I know. When I was little, I heard about that. What? They say that if any Pokemon closes the door to its heart, it can be gradually reopened by battling together with it. Okay, Dan, let's go. Those guys are probably headed for Pyrite Town. After all, it was in Pyrite they captured me. It is very Kingdom Hearts as a way to describe it. I must admit. Sorry, I know we're being slowly poisoned here, Umbreon. I'm getting you to the emergency room. There you go. Now then. I would assume we are able to leave town, and I would also assume that Red and Green Ranger have also departed, if we have chosen our starter here. Yeah. Oh, a construction lot. The construction site for an immense tower, which will have a Colosseum on the top floor. Just in the middle of the desert, huh? Well, seems like the tower's coming along. Good work, guys. Nice looking tower. Whoa, hold it there. There's a construction site. It's not a safe place to be. There's no place for tourists to visit. Go on, scram. Back into the middle of the desert, kids. It's not safe here. Yep, it's been a mighty long time. Can't rightly recall when I was last at home. But we're just about done here. All that's left is to clean up the site and we're done. I've been working hard, I have. Let me tell you, making this here huge tower is one massive job. It's hard to imagine even for me. Y'all come back to visit when we're all done here. There'll be a Colosseum on top of the tower. Amazing stuff. It's more than just the three of you, yes? Because otherwise I'm even more impressed. Ah! Pyrite Town. A rough and dirty town full of thugs and scoundrels, said to be home to sinister Pokémon. I want to meet some sinister Pokémon. Pokemon and Thunderdome are very odd flavors to intermingle. Aw, Mr. Johnson, give a man a break here. I keep telling you, I don't know anything. That better be true, Kale. If you're trying to con me, I'll know about it. Mr. Johnson, sir, I wouldn't think about lying to you. You gotta believe me, right? All right, fine. I'll let you off easy today. I'll see you. What a nitwit. Of course I haven't got a thing to tell you. Well, well. Fortune-telling. What are you looking at? I haven't seen your faces around these parts. What are you, tourists? If you don't want to get hurt, you should get lost and quick, for the good of your health. This is Pyrite, the town of earth, wind, and money. You appear to be outsiders. You'd best beware. There are many ne'er-do-well sorts here. Earth, wind, and money is very amusing. People call Fatine the mother of Pyrite. Her ability as a fortune teller is highly regarded. Why, just a while ago, she even determined where my wife is living since she left me. Sob. I can't tell if it's an intentional joke, but it's a disarmingly funny one. For random Pokemon NPC dialogue. That's a pretty good joke. Find what you seek, be it an object, person, or luck. Welcome to Fatine's fortune-telling chamber. I am Fatine. If ever a problem clouds your brow, you shall come to me. Whatever your problem may be, my fortune-telling shall lead to the solution. Pardon me, Rui. There's a very good tune out here. Hi. Oh, I'm sorry, Chief, but there's trouble afoot. You see, Chief, there's talk that thugs have been witnessed using strange Pokemon. Huh? Chief? You're not the Chief. I beg your pardon. I'm here, Johnson. The story isn't new. I've heard about it over and over already. Oh, Chief, there you are. You're such a kidder. Hi. I'm Johnson. I'm the law around here. It's my job to uphold the peace in this town. I see. This is explaining a lot. My name's Shirls. I'm the chief of police in this town. Are you two travelers? Yes. I see. Well, whether you are or not, it would be best if you were to get out of town as soon as possible. Oh. This town's descended into a state of lawless chaos. I couldn't guarantee your safety if anything were to happen. Oh. Well, good talk. Can I use your computer? I think the reason that joke just like caught me so off guard is that like localization and translations is hard already, right? Which is why like in a lot of these earlier games before it was more of like an established discipline and kind of like role and like just industry really. Like there was a lot more of these games where that the translations were rougher. And comedy is really hard to localize and translate. So, like, when you're playing a game and the localization is clearly pretty rough around the edges, lots of the wording and phrasing of sentences is kind of awkward and weird and a little clunky. But then a joke just comes through in, like, pristine, very funny form. It's more unexpected and hits even harder as extra funny as a result. I think that's why that joke landed quite like, with way more surprise than I'd have normally had. It's very good. So, how's prison? The door's locked. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I'm not going to open it. Game. What? Not you two again. Listen, you have to promise. Don't tell me or B that we're hiding out here, okay? In jail? After we blew our last chance, we couldn't go back, so we turned ourselves in for stealing that truck, and here we are. If we stayed here, we'd be safe. Okay. Hello? Well, I'm off. You thugs must be Mirror B's newest recruits. I can see why you might think that. Well, shoot, beat it. I don't have any money to give to the likes of you. That's okay. Are you trying to sell me something? I'm sorry, I don't need anything. Please leave. You're certainly not lacking for books. Pretty nice TV and stereo you got going too. Like, you're all good for entertainment in here. Food? Maybe not. But you will be entertained. Pyrite Town's always had a history as a rough town. With all the muscle-bound roughnecks about, that's not a surprise. But when Duke King was in charge, there wasn't any of this lawlessness that you see today. I see. What's come over Duke King? I don't know. I'm absorbing a lot here. Hello? Hi. So you are Duking. The name's Duking. I run the Colosseum here. If you want to enter a battle, go to the Colosseum's receptionist. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy. Okay. I'm the lookout. Nobody's supposed to get by me. There's nothing special behind the bookshelf. Okay. I believe you, child. Is the Colosseum back here, though, child? Because if so, then, I'll come back. There's more town. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I think that kid might have been lying. Hello, welcome to Pokemon Mart. Well, none of you sell Pokeballs, huh? It's just entirely not even black market item, just a diner market item. Psst, listen. If you were offered 10 potions for $10, would you want them? Yes? If there was a deal that good, I'd keep it to myself. You got me, old stranger. Yo, your outfit's kind of weird, but you're a trainer too, aren't you? Good. That's okay then. I'll teach you about one of the few rules this town has. Here, we have street battles rather than exchanging greetings. That's not been the case with most people I've talked to, but okay. You look like you're going to fall over. Are we fighting, or are we doing Michael Jackson dances? Oh, it's Shouty Bird. Whoa. Whoa. That was a cool little effect. Down goes Sentret. Now for Bird. And also, you're new. Slack off. Haven't encountered one of you before. I love the little squirm along the ground. Very good. Chomp. Bonk. Attack Bird. I wonder, sorry, I've still been thinking on this, like, I wonder like how the development of all this sort of like worked out and like who was working on what stuff. If there were people on staff working on this who had been doing, who had animation credits on previous Pokemon 3D games, then that could either be that, like, in founding this studio, some of the people who've been working at Nintendo on Stadium went over to join the studio to work on this new kind of successor to Stadium when Genius Sonority was getting started up. Like, I could totally see that happening. It could also be that, like, maybe Nintendo kind of like loaned out some of their folks with the experience working on these things to take part and contribute to this project without officially like joining Genius Sonority as employees. Maybe, like, it doesn't ultimately matter. I'm just trying to, like, I'm really curious about it now. Like the results are the results either way. Now I'm just curious about the history. Did you know Pokémon Colosseum is the first Pokemon game that's set outside of Japan, since Ore's region is based on parts of Arizona, specifically Phoenix? I guess, yeah, no, like, it fits. I mean, desert, Mad Max, big, like, huge Vegas tower. I guess that's Nevada. I guess I haven't been to these parts of Arizona. So I would love it if there was a no clip digging further into like Japanese game dev history. Like, it does seem, I know part of it is just the language barrier. So there's like resources and interviews and things like that about like the history and development of these older games that's harder for me to stumble upon and find just as an English speaker. It does definitely seem like the Japanese industry is a little bit just shares fewer of the details of sort of like the history and development of a lot of these games. Maybe just as a cultural difference. Which is fine. I just, like, there's lots of these old stories that I'd love to know more about. And it's not true across the board either. Like, you can find plenty of interviews with, like, developers, famous names working on long-running franchises, your Final Fantasies and Dragon Quests and things like that. You'll have plenty of interviews with devs about the development of those things, but usually just with, like, kind of the big names. Like, remembering stuff from a decade ago. It's not quite the same as, like, just all the folks who are kind of like working on it on various levels, sharing little stories and things like that. I'd love to know more stories about this stuff. It'd be awesome. Basically, this isn't really an independent studio. It's owned by Nintendo and the Pokemon Company, which would make even more sense, I assume. Assuming that, like, Japanese, like, company and studio culture and the way that like, talent moving around from place to place, assuming that works similarly to, like, Western studio and environment, having some folks who'd worked in Stadium or worked on Stadium going and joining this new kind of offshoot studio to work on the successor makes a lot of sense, assuming that, again, the Japanese like corporate kind of environment works that same way, which I could see it also not working the same way. There's lots of differences in the sort of office corporate culture and traditions and way that things work between Japan and, like, the North American studios I'm more familiar with, but No, this stuff interests me as someone who works in games, even like, even when it doesn't really tell you a whole lot about the animation itself or the work itself. I get curious about, especially like older and like kind of weirder, quirkier games where it's like you just wonder like, how did this get made? I bet there's interesting stories here. Anyway, you're just like us. It's easy to see. We do have a lot in common. Ooh, a hotel. It's a very fancy interior you got here. Greetings, welcome to the Pyrite Super Grand Hotel. Super and grand. Stay in one of our ultra gorgeous suites, you'll be refreshed like you're brand new. Pokemon too. It's a mere $100 a night. Will you stay with us? Sure. Fine. Hope you enjoy staying with us. So, get a good rest. Next time you need to stay, make sure it's right here at the Pyrite Super Grand Hotel again. As far as I can tell, it's my only option. So, yes. Boy, that was a good sleep. Must have slept through all of last week. I was totally exhausted from the tower construction job. Apparently some fabulously rich guy had the tower built. It's amazing stuff. I'll show myself around. Hi. It wasn't that long ago when Duking was the man in Pyrite. But now that right out there weird Mirror B and his stooges ride herd over the town. What? Ride herd over the town. I do not know your lingo. I wonder what's so special about that Mirror B guy. I don't know a lot about Mirror B, but Mirror B is definitely special and memorable and exudes importance. Mutter. Okay, tackle now. No, don't get confused. Oh, look what we have here. You're quite the hottie. Why don't you lose that wallflower with you and be my sweetie? Wait a second. Who are you to call me a wallflower? What about me makes me a wallflower? Look at her. She's all serious. Uncool. I'm only teasing out of boredom. A guy like him, he's not to my taste. Like, I feel like everyone's catching strays here, but I don't know who's getting shot at. That's it. I'm furious now. Dan, be a man. Stomp her down. Stomp? Who, me? That's a laugh. Come on, then. I'll go easy on you. Chaser Emok would like to battle. You have a Gulpin. I like her Gulpin. I see her headband came from the same store as our coat. Clothing technology has come a long way in this region. Welcome, Pretty Blue. Glad you're able to join. And good morning to you. Confuse the bat. Fight the bat. Oh, it's your favorite Pokemon game. So what do you know? Oh, excellent. It's real neat to experience for the first time. You're right, we do have another Pokemon we can use. Why aren't they on my team? I need to fix this. What kind of man battles a frail girl like me without easing up? You're not going to win the hearts of girls that way. I guess I have a lot to learn about winning the hearts of girls. Yeah, let's get... I guess we don't have to switch them like someone out on our front line here, but I don't know, I'd kind of like to see someone else out here. Dan, it was here in this square that I saw that strange Pokemon. I tried to leave town afterwards, and that's when those creeps grabbed me. We should be careful. Even at the best of times, there's nothing normal about this town. So, what's going on here? You looking to battle with me? Yes. That's too funny. Come at me as if your life depended on it. I just got yelled at for going too hard on the last person I fought. Are you sure? Mischievous is cute. As is Zigzagoon. Crocodile. Oh, we are having that, hopefully. Crocodile, I don't know if I know the rest of your moves. Not sure why. Oh, wait, okay. Someone said something about, like, Pokemon's heart's closed, fight with it a bunch, it'll improve. That's what that purple meter is for. We're fighting with it enough to where we can, like, teach it to chill out and learn some new moves. I think I get it. That's neat, actually. I kind of like that. Just catching it isn't enough. You gotta, like, do work to sort of get familiar with it. Okay, I really like the little weaving path that takes back to its spot. That's very cute. Dang. Umbreon. Guess what? You're back in. Hey, thanks for the bits. Akira Zero. I transformed a triangle into a circle. I had to cut corners. Cortine, did I thank you for 21 months like an hour ago? I don't think I did. Apologies, but thank you. Xenarthus, thank you for 7 months. I think I did say that one, but now I'm paranoid. Crocodile's on hyper mode, though. So that's fun. Get the Zigzagoon. Actually, no. Yeah. Get the Zigzagoon. Umbreon, bite, mischievous, but not too hard. One thing I just now put together, Genius Sonority was founded in June 2002, and this game came out in November 2003 in Japan, suggesting it had about a year of development time. That would also explain some of the mixed quality as well. Yeah, that's true. That is pretty, like, unless some of this work on this game was starting beforehand, like a little bit earlier before the company was founded, then yeah, that's a little over a year, which, yeah, around that time, like around GameCube era, something getting turned around in a little over a year is a pretty short dev cycle. Having a lot of assets to borrow, that's a skitty. Having a lot of assets to borrow from a Stadium would definitely help. Be essential, I think, in order to get this game done. But even so, yeah, that's a pretty quick turnaround for what is effectively an RPG. Yeah, that's an RPG. It counts. You're wandering around towns and maps, picking fights, combat system. Yeah, no, it is. Doesn't work exactly the same as mainline Pokemon games, but all the main elements are there. Hey, from YouTube. Hi. I'm also from YouTube, usually. Hello to you. Bite it, but don't crit or anything. Thank you. Good little topple there on Skitty. Like, kind of a, like, weirdly, like, physicality kind of, like, wrong, but in a way that's, like, cute and funny that I like. Throw a ball. Also throw a ball. Oh. Then, I don't know. What else you got? I don't really know what half of that does, and I don't want to do damage, so... What is call? Stay. Win. Yo. Taunt should be safe for future reference. Good to know. Okay. And yeah, I did just steal that guy's Pokemon. That's our gimmick this time around. Wow, that was easy for you. Losing like that snapped me out of my hyper state. Did you know? If a Pokemon goes into hyper mode, call its name and its head will snap back into reality. Oh, that's what call is. Why do the trainers here have those strange Pokemon? I'm sure of it now. The town's hiding a big secret. We should go back to the Poké Center. Espeon's not feeling so good. Or I guess that was the hotel in this case. The blue coat is very stiff. Honestly, all the motion on our main character, and all human characters, is very stiff. Human animation in this, quite not good. Pokemon animation, still pretty great. What is this? This windmill generates electricity for powering the Colosseum. It may look a little worse for wear, but it's still going strong in active service. Oh, for 30 long years I've spun these gears. Oh, what's with you, younglings? You want to spin gears too? Sure. Not to disappoint you, but this isn't a job anyone could just pick up. Give it another 20 years, then come back. No, thank you. I'm good. Door's locked. Okay. Let's find this Colosseum. Hi. Oh, I choked. I let victory slip from my grasp at the last knockout challenge. And it's not just once either. It was the time before and the time before that too. If I wasn't a guy, I could cry. You still can. It's okay. I know what to do. I'll go ask Pyrite's mother. I'll ask her when I'll finally win that challenge. What? Who are you referring to? I'm sure we'll meet later, actually. Never mind. I'll give it time. Ay, that's scary. Take a look down there. Feels like it's gonna suck you right in. This crevasse runs deep under the ground. You can't even see the bottom from here. You see, Pyrite's an old mining town. Oh. Okay, bye. Oh, the fortune teller. I see. Okay. So we should do a save, probably. Bellamore! Hello! And friends, welcome! Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to Pokémon Colosseum. I'm Dan, if you don't know me. I'm an animator who makes videos about game animation on YouTube, and we're playing through a lot of Pokémon games, basically in order. Most of which I've never played before, so this has been a fun experience. But welcome! As Pokemon games go, this one is very unusual. It does have its charm, though. So, welcome to Pyrite Colosseum. Are you here to register for entry? Yes? I'm sorry, but the current challenge is already underway. Huh. I'm starting to think that they just don't want me in on the challenges. Didn't get here in time to make the registration. I heard rumors that if you win the challenge, you get an awesome Pokemon like that Kale did. Ah, sheesh, what am I saying? You gotta keep that a secret. Pretend you never heard me, okay? Dan, wasn't Kale that guy who was hanging around the town's entrance? We should ask him. He might know something. Yeah, I guess I should go ask him. I'm glad I actually got a chance to raid you. We hardly ever stream at the same time. Well, thank you very much for the raid. Very much. What were you playing before? Before raiding, I mean. Kale. We were playing Subnautica. The plot was thickening. Ooh. Never finished Subnautica. Should properly play that one all the way through someday. Had a good time with it. You. Huh? What's that? You want to know if I have a weird Pokemon? If you want to know that much, you may as well see it with your own eyes. Perfect. A Furret and a Ralts? Are either of these like ones that I can have? I was not expecting the plot to feel like that's a common experience. Yeah, I remember like getting little like whiffs of plot coming through as far as I played, and I was also quite surprised. Like, oh, I was not expecting that from this game. Oh, we're catching a Furret, are we? Fantastic. What happens if I try using one of these question mark moves? Oh, I can't. Okay. Shadow Rush it is. Ralts, catch. The zoom in on Rui's face is very good, I agree. It's very funny. Furret, ow. Wonk. We're all being all dramatic about it. Excited to finally get to do a little death scene. C-Dot. Crocodile, please chill. I'm trying to confuse Furret. Ooh, boy. That's not a lot of HP. The little bounce on C-Dot. It's pretty cute. Pokeball. On the Furret. Confuse the seed. Stay. Good for it. Yes. Yeah, the weirdly defined muscles on Machop, I can't condone. It's just the arms specifically. If there was also weirdly defined muscles elsewhere, it's just the extremely shaped, like, shoulder and bicep area. It's unacceptable. Crocodile, maybe we better swap you out. You can't do anything that's not going to also hurt yourself. Mr. Evis? Oh yeah, with the GameCube Pokemon games, they used the N64 models from Stadium for Gen 1 and 2 Pokemon. I forgot about that. Yeah, I think at the very least, they're definitely using a lot of the animations. I do think that the models, they've definitely been touched up a little bit. A very little bit. And like some of the texture work has been, there's been some modifications. But yeah, they're definitely reusing a lot of stuff from the Stadium games where they can. Which makes a lot of sense. Especially if this game was like, it sounds like, from what folks in chat were saying, from digging in like to what they can find about the game's development, it sounds like this was turned around in a little over a year, which is not a lot of time for an RPG. Especially a Pokemon one that, as far as I know, I assume it has the full Pokedex, all Gen 3, Gen 1, 2, and 3 Pokemon in it, or at least usable in it. Maybe not like catchable and usable in game, but with like if you can connect your like Game Boy or something to it. Something very Psychonauts about Mirabee's limbs. I think it's just the lankiness. Okay, then. I shall make my return to the cave where my darling Pokemon await my return. Let the music play. I like their little exit music cue. Looks like the Colosseum has a secret. I guess there's no choice but to take part in a battle challenge there. I'm trying. No one will let me in. To do challenges. They all tell me to go away. Oh, you're still busy. Okay. Sure, this town does have a lot of schemers and hoodlums. It's also got a lot more character than Fnac. And not nearly as much pearl clutching, which is kind of nice. So am I allowed in the Colosseum challenge now? Can I have a turn? Guess I'll save first. I should grab a water refill too. I haven't in a bit. Grab some water. Run to the washroom real quick. Let's do a quick break. I will be back in just a couple of minutes, and we will see if they'll let me in this time. I'm not optimistic based on the last several times I walked in one of these places, but we'll see. So everyone, go grab snack, grab drink. Go to the bathroom, whatever you need. I'll be right back in just a few. Run a little ad. BRB. All right, seeing lots of reports in chat about the snacks and drinks acquired. Glad to see it. Glad we're all feeling a little restocked. And ready to proceed. There's a full heal on the left side. Ooh, okay. Let's go grab it. Try to grab it. Oh, nice. So can I go in? Curses. Thwarted at every turn. So, no, okay. Who else can we bother? I guess if nothing else, if I get into another fight and catch a 6th Pokemon, I can go back to the gym in Fnac. Huh? You want to battle me? Sure. Do you have one I can steal? Sure thing. Battling fans are always welcome. Bandana guy. Divil here has made bandanas his entire identity. Oh, yes. Quagsire, you're coming with me. Ooh, we learned a new move. Scary face. Excellent. Do a confuse. So I missed most of this game. What is it exactly? It is kind of a spin-off. It is a follow-up to the Stadium games, but it does actually have its own sort of like RPG story campaign thing, which is kind of halfway to being a full-fledged Pokemon game, honestly. Just the battles all sort of play out in this sort of doubles format, and you catch Pokemon not by just going and catching them out in the wild, but by getting into battles with specific trainers, and there being specific ones that you're allowed to steal from them, basically. Like this Quagsire, whom will soon be joining our team. Hang in there, Crocodile. No, don't be hyper. Throw Pokeball. Join team. Hey! Don't be stubborn. Stop it. Yowza. Stop hurting yourself, Quagsire. Get in the Great Ball. The ball of greatness. And you faint the Psyduck. Get in the ball. Yes? Come on. Stay. In the ball. Are you kidding me? Bye, Psyduck. That'll be fainting Croconaw. Fair enough. Be stubborn all you like, Quagsire. You're getting in one of these balls. I've decided. And why not? We'll use a little potion or something. Stay in the ball this time. Thank you. Successful theft. Ah, phew. Why are you all leaning so far forward? You're way tough. We gotta battle again. Nah. I'm gonna go heal up my crew. Right, at the Colosseum where it's free. Not at the hotel. No matter how super ultra it is. Guess we can try to talk to the fortune teller again on the way out. Maybe the mayor again. Is there anything else over here? No. I guess we didn't try, sneaking in here further. Pardon me, child. There is a button at the side of the bookshelf. Press it. Hello. My sister hasn't done anything but chatter. I'm so bored. Have I walked in on a drug lab? What's happening? I want to play house. That's why, Marcia, we've got to somehow snag them from those criminals. Ah, you startled me. How'd you get in here? That's weird. My little brother's supposed to be on lookout. Are you Papa's friends? I'm Marcia. I'm pleased to meet you. But sorry, we're busy. We're talking about something that's quite important. Please come visit and play with us another time. What is going on back here, and why are you behind a hidden door? This is honestly more confusing than finding something actually illegal. How much more are you going to take from Mirby and his stooges? They're using you in the Colosseum. What is the matter with you? Have they sucked the spirit right out of you? So you just clam up. I've lost faith in you. Sorry, I thought Duking was the one talking. My mistake. The man that went out is Silva. He's Duking's friend. But he was really angry. His face looked all scary. Thank you, child. Sorry, but I'm busy. You'll have to excuse me. Okay. Person. Silva. Silva. Boy, we could use a run animation. Or like a sprint button. Wait. Someone, there's trouble. Help me. You alright? The chief's inside. Silva came and... Oh, okay, you just lie there for a minute. Ow, ow, ow. That Silva's gone too far this time. He ripped out and ripped off one of the gears. The Colosseum's gonna be without power. Chief, are you alright? Yeah, the only thing bruised is my pride. It was only Silva, so I wasn't expecting any trouble. Huh? But isn't Silva Duking's trusted lieutenant? What's his motive for doing this? That's what I want to know. He was ranting about how the Colosseum can just shut down or something. Sorry to worry you, younglings. Thanks, I'll be fine now. But I need to ask for a favor. Will you hear me out? Sure. If the Colosseum loses power, the whole town suffers. I need you to find that gear Silva ran off with. Counting on you, younglings. Okay. Duking and Silva had a falling out. Now, that can't be right. Silva would never betray Duking. This is my responsibility now. Okay. Let's go find Silva and a gear. How hard could it be? To search the desert. Let's try the construction lot. Hello. Some guy came wandering by a while back, threw out some trash, and then took off. What's this place look like? It's no garbage dump, that's for sure. Wait, I found it. Easy. Job's done. The vibes of this game are wild, I agree. Wild and kind of hard to pin down. Like, there's still some Pokemon in there. There's a little bit of early 2000s Sonic. It's actually quite a lot of early 2000s Sonic Team kind of vibe to it, but not completely. Still leaning a little more toward, like, light comedy a bit. It's like a little bit of Final Fantasy, but, like, Final Fantasy, like, it's sort of in play, but to a degree. Not quite in, like, tone or even presentation to a point. Well, I guess a little bit. It almost feels a little more, it's like less like a Final Fantasy vibe and maybe like more like a Tales game from this era, like Symphonia or one of these others. Kind of in that big fantasy story, still sort of serious, but like a little bit lighter in tone in a lot of places. Not all the time, but some of the stuff Nintendo was doing on the GameCube wouldn't pass their internal filters these days. Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I think there'd be a lot more oversight and, like, brand consistency enforcement with a with a game like this now. But the Pokemon brand identity is also a lot more, like, solidified and locked down now than it was at this time. They figured out a lot, but it wasn't nearly as, like, as fully developed as a huge brand machine that it is at this point. Think. Right, the gear. Okay. The music is very fun. Truly sorry, Chief. You sure you're okay? Yep, I'm fine. No need for all the worrying. Good. That's good. But, Silver, this is an outrage. No, I reckon he agonized over this and did it because he thought it was right. Can't blame the man for that. Enough about that, Duking. Instead, I think you should look over there. What? You people? I reckon you might be saying thanks, Duking. That's the gear. You found it for us. What amazing luck. I'll ask you to excuse me for my behavior earlier. You seem to be people who are worthy of trust. You have my sincere thanks. All right, I'll get you to slot that gear snugly back in that gap where it belongs. I don't know if I'm qualified for this, but okay. One of the gears is missing. Here it is. All done. Standing by, let it roll. 30 long years of cranking gears. Oh, yeah. You seem happy in your work. This is the way it ought to be. Things are fine now. Okay, well. I can tell that you're a man of courage and honor. I have a favor to ask. Will you hear me out? Sure. I'm grateful. I want you to enter the next Colosseum battle. Trust me, I've tried. I need you to win the knockout challenge and find out what's going on there. I can tell from a glance that you're no ordinary trainer. I know you can win. I'm sorry, but help me. 30 long years of cranking my gear. GameCube does have... There's kind of a Wild West aspect to GameCube aesthetics and tone and stuff, which is quite charming. I guess it was kind of all over the place. Same with the PlayStation, same with the Xbox. Lots of studios trying all kinds of things. Nintendo is still kind of experimenting and figuring out what their own little brand identity was kind of going to be. So, am I allowed in this time? Thank you for your patience. The power has been turned back on. I'll be happy to accept registrations for the next challenge. Yay! Hello, welcome to the Pyrite Colosseum. Would you like to join a knockout challenge? Yes. Okay, will you be entering with the Pokemon you have in your party now? Yes? I hope you give it your best and aim for victory. They really have chosen an aesthetic here. It's not going to be easy to get a winning streak going. I'll be the judge of that, Hawks. All right, well, first, some Shadow Rush, I guess, on... Sure. And Confusion. Why not? Let's just burn one down real quick. Ow. Hyper mode. So mad. Ow. Please stop being hyper. And please confuse the fish, I want to say. That fish looks very dead when fainted. I think that might have been a little overkill. Whom among us doesn't have a hyper mode and need to be called from time to time? Oh, I can bite now. That's great. Chomp. Hunter Hawks is defeat. You still got a long, long way to go in Pyrite Colosseum. Tizzler, huh? You're planning to win it all? You know that's impossible. A lot of challenging names in this region. Not to pronounce, just challenging. Bite? I feel like Bite's gonna work great on either of these, but... You. Confuse that one also. Goodness. That's one down. Bite this one also. I like this little orb bird. It seems to be taking things very seriously. Not too faint. Huzzah! Oh wow, you're not half bad, you. Oh, Bulbapedia doesn't have the Japanese names of these trainers. That would have been interesting, yeah, like I wonder what the original names were. Natu are canonically always seeing the future and in constant state of distress because of what did they see? I choose to believe you. Borb. That's much better than Orb Bird. Borb is very good, and that is upsetting. That cactus? What was that? Cacnea. Not sure I'm caring for that mouth shape thing you've got going on. The rest of you is great. The rest of you is excellent. Let's get this thing out of the fight early. I don't want to see what it can do. There, I feel safer. Good flop and roll, though. Level picks. Real shame you don't have a water move, Croconaw. Someone must. Quagsire, surely. And... this is fine. Quagsire! Oh, that little sort of doubling blur echo effect thing on the quick attack really looks cool. And the more I'm looking at these, the more it is feeling like the Gen 1 and Gen 2, like, I could believe these are just straight up the unchanged models from Stadium, or Stadium 2. Like, still, like not like there's not more work that still would need to be done for, like, texturing, shading, all the other stuff needed to get it in and working in this game. But, some of them definitely, like, look lower poly, distinctly. Especially the older, like, Gen 1 ones. I could believe it. And they're making it work still. Yeah, with Vulpix, like, that's where it's really, like... it was Vulpix that I was looking at. I was like, yeah, well, maybe it is just straight up the same mesh. Because that's distinctly more low poly than some of these others have been. Honestly, though, like, poly count is something that... like... stuff can look great at low poly count. Especially if, like, the animation is strong. If it's got enough polys that the character can deform in whatever ways it needs to, and is animated well, like, low poly can still look great. Hey! Surely you're kidding. Welcome! Thank you for the raid. Thanks for joining us. Like, really, all you need... At least in terms of animation, like all you really need for poly count is just to make sure that it's able to bend and deform in all the ways it needs to be able to. And that's it. Yeah, higher poly counts will allow for like rounder, smoother shapes, and that's nice. But if you can get some good, like, appealing motion on that low poly thing, it still can look amazing and not feel like cheap or old or dated. To a point. To a point. If you drop an N64 model in a modern, like, PS5 game or whatever, yeah, it's going to feel it's going to feel low poly and weird, but the fact that some of the Pokemon in this game, like, seem to have kind of a lower poly count, like, makes less of a visual difference than you would think. Especially since they've all got a very similar, like, kind of, like, shading treatment that they're being given, regardless. Still works quite well. Bite something. Like this. It's cute, but bite it. And confuse it. Both. It would be hard to notice unless someone told you they were using N64 models. Yeah, I kind of agree. Like, I think you need a pretty sharp eye to be able to tell, like, hey, this is noticeably lower poly, or this is the same model, or I think this might be the same mesh as they were using in Stadium. You need a pretty sharp eye to tell. It's easier to tell with animations, like, when you got the motion right in front of you. But the animations were really good. They were, like, surprisingly good in Stadium, so them using the same animations again honestly just makes sense. Croconaw might not be a good one to have out for much longer here. I was looking at a couple of, like, animation comparisons before starting the stream today, though, and it was, like, neat to see that even in places where they are reusing an animation for, like, a Gen 1 Pokemon, they're still doing some extra little touches that kind of improve on it a little bit. Like, I think it was an Ivysaur attack animation I saw, or maybe, like, it's summoning onto the field. It was the same body animation, and a model looked roughly the same, just kind of like with the new shading approach this game has, but they'd done some stuff where they'd had, like, the eye textures close for certain frames, which made it feel more expressive and doing the same motion. Like, they've clearly done some small little touch-ups like that, which add a surprising amount. Croconaw, we should just get someone else in here. Get someone else some screen time, frankly. Mischievous, I don't know if you're a good choice, but get out of here. I love Magnemite, but his lighting is giving me inverted normal map vibes. Yeah, I can kind of see it. Shadow Rush. Down you go. Well, you got a lot of Pokemon. Mr. Avis, calm down. Mr. Avis is very cute. Yeah, there's something about fish going belly up when fainting, which, like, makes sense. And is, like... but something about that seems much more dead than fainted. But then, in fairness, that's a very difficult line to, like, tightrope to walk. Between selling a fainting animation without making it look pained or dead or too hurt or whatever. Very challenging. Now you're some kind of strong. Good things could be in store for you. Thank you. Congratulations, you're the champion. You battled fabulously. Please accept your cash prize of quite a lot. And as a victory prize, please also accept this TM. We'll be looking forward to your next entry. I should heal and then save. And then look at my TMs. I've gotten like a few of them. Do a quick save. Good. So, TMs. All right, we got Toxic and we got Torment. And that's it. Oh, there's berries in this. Haven't run into any. I guess I haven't gone up to any trees. We might get to Mirror B today? Maybe. I don't know how much longer I'm going to go. Might have like an hour left in me. Before I got to go start doing play frame stuff. Toxic's really good on Umbreon because it's tanky. Ooh. I'd be down for that. Yeah, why not? Let's teach Toxic to Umbreon and pick one of the moves to get rid of. I've been using very few of them. Also a good song for Britney, correct. So Bite we're obviously keeping. Oh good, now I can see a description. This actually helps. Secret Power, Power of 70, an attack with effects that varies by location. It's kind of cool. Taunt the target into only using attack moves. Steal and use a target's move if it raises stats. It's kind of interesting, but I don't know if I'm going to use that. Toxic probably better to, like, keep on than Snatch, though, yeah? Or Taunt. I don't even know if Taunt is something that I want to be using much. Snatch is very hard to pull off. Yeah, it feels like you need to be fighting a Pokemon. You need to know that it has moves that are raising stats and hope that the stats it's going to raise on you are ones you actually want. Yeah, like I can't imagine I'm going to use that at any point today. Toxic, I might. Oh, and Taunt is useful. Okay. Can stop Pokemon from getting out of control. I see. Snatch has niche use in Gen 3 competitive. Ooh. Cool. Oh, what's the... I'm curious if it's... assuming it's not going to take, like, tons of typing for you to explain. I'm curious, like, what's the niche use? As one who will never have any experience with Gen 3 competitive. Hi there. You must be the superb trainer who has emerged triumphant on our latest battle challenge. Mirror Bead, the town's true mover and shaker, wishes you to have a gorgeous gift. Now follow me. Oh, okay. Oh, the locked door. I'd forgotten about it. Right, I'm back with our latest challenge, champion. Let's present our lucky winner with a shadow Pokemon and watch chaos unleashed. What? Oh, nice one. Our new champ is quite the appealing charmer. It makes a nice change from the parade of macho musclemen. I feel like these characters could use, like, descriptors if you don't want to give them a name yet. It's very hard to tell who's talking. Wait, this isn't happening. This guy, he's that Dan guy that Mirror B had been carrying on about. What? That same guy who messed with us in Phoenix City? I didn't know that when I let him in here. I'll put you back out. You can try, Peon Nor. Alakazam can use Snatch to steal the healing effect of a soft-boiled by a Blissey. Oh, that's kind of cool. Why are we facing Kamen Rider? That's a great question, Wicker Guide. Rui's having an epiphany about the bug we're going to steal. Ow. Stop it, bug. Chop. Let's swap it around. Bite that one. Confuse bug. And then put bug into a ball. Ninkada. Hello. Haven't seen you in 3D yet. Pokeball. Use. Upon bug. That one specifically. Confuse the other bug. Stay. You did... Okay. You did not stay. Oh, Espeon's been doing good work for us. Trying to learn Swift. I'm down for that. Confusion we're keeping. An attack that increases in power with friendship. Huh. Creates a wall of light that weakens physical attacks. Boosts the power of the recipient's moves. We should definitely get Swift. Which one of these should we get rid of, though? Return Reflector Helping Hand. Oh, will Return be more powerful than Swift? I guess as we raise affection. Get rid of Helping Hand? Yeah. Okay, cool. Works for me. Oh, and Swift hits both enemies. Oh, that's great. I always forget that factor about certain moves when it comes to doubles battles. I guess because I've just done so few. Try a ball again. Wait till they try to introduce triple battles. Is that a hypothetical you're suggesting, or is that a real thing to look forward to? You will learn. I guess I will. It'll be a surprise for later. Yanma, could I convince you to get into a ball? Here, we'll use a great ball. If you're going to be stubborn. Uncooperative. Yeah, we'll test our luck. We'll try biting it and see if it withstands. If it withstands, then it gets to come with us. Espeon, let's just get you out of here. Oh, no, wait, no. Pokeball, use. There, yes. There, finally. It's no surprise now how you managed to win the tournament. Thanks for your money, and also your Pokemon. Don't get to say that very often. It's useless. I don't stand a chance of winning. Now hold on. You're the one who brought him here. I'll just show myself around. Oh, you're safe. I heard you entered this building. It had me worried. Duking, this is where they were giving Shadow Pokemon to the winners of battle challenges. Shadow Pokemon? Those ferocious Pokemon that even attack people? Yes, they're giving away Shadow Pokemon to thugs for some reason. It doesn't look good. They were using the Colosseum to do that. Big lady, my papa... I don't know if anyone really appreciates that. My papa's Pokemon was taken away by Mirabee as a prisoner. He did what? Mirabee used a dirty move like that? It's Papa's Plusle. I'm so worried that they might be mean to it. It's humiliating, but with Plusle in their filthy hands, my own hands are tied. He's not getting away with this, that rotten Mirabee. But we're here now. We'll get Plusle back for you, right, Dan? Yeah, sure, why not? I know I can always count on you, Dan. Duking, it's dangerous inside this building. You gotta get everyone out to safety. Thanks for everything. I have to depend on you. I have no choice. Be careful, always. Mirabee might look like a clown, but his battling's all business. An EIN file. Or an EIN file. On file H is written on the file's cover. Read it, I guess. Hyper mode. Shadow Pokemon, perhaps because of their own overwhelming power, may behave abnormally at times. They may engage in such behavior as ignoring orders, even turning on their own trainers in battle. This I have named Hyper Mode. On the plus side, Hyper Mode raises the critical ratio of Shadow Rush. However, Hyper Mode also prevents the use of items on the Pokemon. Hyper Mode is easily dispelled. Simply call the Pokemon by name. However, this method has a major drawback. Calling the Shadow Pokemon's name causes the closed door of its heart to loosen and even open. Further research is urgently needed. Shadow Pokemon Lab Chief Ein. I see. So, just gonna show myself in. Too bad for you, this elevator's off limits. We'll see. May I have one of these? Rui, what do you think? No? Very well. Shoot to kill. I'm quite liking Trapinch here. Working very well in 3D. Jump. Yeah, they're clearly putting so much weight in the head on all these movements is a very good touch. Running a little low here, Croconaw. Maybe a good chance to swap in a bud. Oh, can't be switched out. Is that how it's going to be? Maybe that's a Sand Tomb effect. That's fine. Get bit. Get confused. Hooray. You are defeated. Stand aside, please. No matter what, this elevator's off limits. Yeah, you don't get to boss me around anymore. I defeated you in Pokemon battle. Stand aside. You know the rules of this universe. Now, we should keep using some of our newly acquired friends. Oops, no. Can I go in here? Great. Do you have wheels on your shoes? Like, they're not roller skates, they're wheels. It's hard to tell what you got going on here. Okay, no, they are skates. No, there's like weird skates with like a single large wide wheel under each. It's like they're not even Heelys because it's two wheel. Unusual skate shoes you have. The kid has air shoes. Imagine mundane things in this world. We have to issue you a fine unless you can defeat us in a Pokemon battle. Little known fact, all you have to do to get out of paying taxes. Defeat your auditor in Pokemon battle. Also gets you out of speeding tickets, late fees at the library. You can try it in real life. Kaboom! Too strong for me. I'm no match. I must level up some more. I'm going to borrow this. And save. Let's go just a smidge further. I'm going to enjoy stomping around in here some more. The vending machine's out of order. Dang. My Pokemon are looking for the chance to go wild. Booyah! You don't hear booyah as a battle cry very often anymore. Which is fine. Hey, thanks for the 8 months. Max Atreides. That's a grumpy looking fish. Doing good work, Quagsire. You big lump, you. All right, Quagsire, chill. Stop it. Now let's try Toxic on a thing. Perhaps the fish. Blarg. Yes. Excited for Emerald? I'm excited for Emerald as well. Still gotta dip into Fire Red or Leaf Green. I forget which one. Leaf Green, I think. I think that's the one I was gonna dip into. Probably just for one stream, though. Then it will be Emerald time. Or Maybe just like a random Monster Hunter relearn how to play stream. Then Emerald time. I do need to relearn how to play Monster Hunter. Trying to jump back to where you were in Iceborne years ago is not an easy time. Monster Hunter content soon? I wouldn't say soon, but I have been kind of feeling the feeling the bug to get back to Monster Hunter. With Wilds coming out, I do kind of like want to see the rest of Iceborne. What is my main weapon in Monster Hunter? I've shifted around so much since I started playing Monster Hunter on the original in a PS2 one way back in the day, and I used Greatsword back then. That was before there were like no charge moves on the Greatsword back in Monster Hunter 1. It's a completely different weapon now, a much better weapon. Eventually, I think I shifted off of Greatsword to... I think I tried a bunch of things, but like Charge Blade, I've mained a lot. Bow, I've used a lot now. What I started finding in playing Rise, though, is that, like, I don't really want to be a Lance main, but I am definitely way more effective with Lance more consistently than I am with almost anything else. So I might just be a Lance main, and that's just how it is. Am I excited for Shadow of the Erd Tree? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Cannot wait. At this point, like with Monster Hunter, I kind of bounce around between Charge Blade, Bow, and Lance. And probably Lance more often now that I'm slowly coming to accept. That it's just what I naturally do reasonably well with. I think maybe just because of its relative simplicity. Less of my brain power is going to trying to remember and think of all the moves and when to strategically use them, and I'm just focusing on getting that damage, blocking, evading. My head's fully in the fight. Defeat the fish. Confuse Ray. That's a fine thing to learn. I feel like I'm probably getting rid of Taunt at this point. Although it did sound like Taunt has some uses later. If you don't use it, then you don't need it. That's a fair point. These are her choices, though. The secret power is normal, but an attack with effects that vary by location, which is interesting. Yeah, I agree. Confuse Ray plus Toxic seems like a pretty good, fun time. Secret powers based on location, hidden powers based on stats. Interesting. Secret power is good in some places, but probably not worth keeping. Let's only use taunt for now, or let's get rid of taunt for now. Secret power will probably get replaced if something else good comes along. Magnemite, get confused. Quagsire, chill out. Nap time for Quagsire. Crocodile time. We've almost got them fully reintegrated into society. Ooh, we have Surf now. It's not really useful for this, but hooray, a water move. Love to see it. Quagsire's Quag's tired. It's true. Toxic, maybe? Croconaut really was not a good choice for this fight. Obvious in retrospect. Umbreon, they're so confused. Confuse. What is the recidivism rates for your Pokemon team? Not enough data points to say for sure at this point. Toxic does not work on Magnemite. This is a thing I've learned about Magnemites. Umbreon, you're too confused to function right now, it seems like. Espeon, finish the job. Bonk. No, stop it with the thunder. Just faint already. Be confused even more so. Finish it. Finally. Emergency! Mayday! Mayday! Abnormality detected in friendly Pokemon. Looks like we got a big one to fight in a second here. Probably gonna walk back and heal up a little, though. Took a little bit of a beating in a couple of those. Who should be out front? Crocodile, let's keep working on you. I was gonna try to sneak past you, but okay. My beloved Pokemon. See? Fresh prey. A lot of bandana guys in this town. Let's try Secret Power. I don't know if I've used it yet on Whooper. Here, we'll do a call. Get you to calm a little bit. Are the train to throw animations okay? They've generally been, like, fine. A little bit better than a lot of the other trainer animations, honestly. I get it. I'll watch more closely for them. That's kind of cool. Because a lot of the trainer animations have definitely been unimpressive thus far. Certainly compared to a lot of the Pokemon, which have really been looking good. Right. And Shadow Rush. Don't spit. Good. All right, you gonna throw another Pokemon out? No. Okay. Next time. Chomp. Very good. Finish it. Crocodile, please chill. Feel better? Flop. My beloved Pokemon! All beat up. I saw. Ooh. 5 great balls. Excellent. Thank you. I'll be going. You're like bug Pokemon drawn to a candle. I'm going with these Pokemon. Okay. I imagine the different trainers kind of have like some different throw animations on them, especially if they have like different proportions and stuff. Your main character's throw, like it's a pretty quick animation. Like it's not on screen for very long. Your main character's looks pretty solid. A little better than the other guys did. But they seem fine. If I was going to be going in and choosing which animations to prioritize improving and fixing, those would be probably near the bottom of the list, as they're working just fine. They're not on screen long. The bang for buck on trying to improve those instead of different ones seems pretty low. Crocodile, we probably better swap you out of here. Bring in someone else for kicks. Like a ghost. Confuse the orb. We probably better deal with this little lightning dog before it becomes a problem. Confusing it's probably also a good idea. Being confused is all the rage. That one weird town in Pokemon Ruby was right. Bonk it. Yes. Am I hip to late conversation? Honestly, as like random word combos for them to throw together for that little goof in Ruby and Sapphire are, late conversation's a really good one. It's just like very, it sounds like it's something, but but also nothing at the same time. Very abstract. It's like a very good. I assume they must be talking about like a band. Or a music group or something. It's pretty perfectly confusing. Voltorb is especially angry looking in this one. Like, always mad-faced, but like an extra 20% mad this time for some reason. Maybe it's just the slightly more grown-up tone of the game. Voltorb is finally able to cut loose, let out the real rage. This wasn't good enough. This is a dilemma. Yeah, the modeled brows are definitely adding something. I'll do a quick little cure. Well, then we'll walk a little bit further. I'm starting to get a little worn out and still have a lot I gotta do today, so I'll probably wrap up the stream pretty shortly here, but I'm a little curious. What lies just up the stairs? Pardon me. It's quite a hat you have. I will fight you and call it at that. Come and get some. We're gunning our engines. So, Raleen, have you got like kind of a mauve leopard print thing going on? Is that what I'm seeing? Bite the bug. And surf everything. It's a very cute bug. Do I stream every Thursday? I do. At this point, it's a pretty rare Thursday that I do not stream. Pretty much only if something comes up. Yeah, Thursdays usually at around 11 a.m. Pacific time for a good 5 or 6 hours or so, give or take. And these days, generally, it has been Pokemon. Pretty much all the time. Though we'll mix in some other stuff from time to time. And eventually we will get through all the Pokemon games and then on that day find something else to stream. Would I stream Dragon Quest games? Maybe. It feels kind of unlikely. My interest in Dragon Quest is not super high, to be honest. I do find them charming. I love that they exist. And I have enjoyed some here and there over the years, but they've not been one that's that really grabs me. I don't have nostalgia for them, which as sort of like a franchise with that kind of legacy makes them a little bit harder to get into. Now there's a bird I've not encountered and it's very cute. Swablu. I like them. Quite the fluffy little round thing. Yeah, the Dragon Quest Builders games are quite cute. I've not played a lot of them, but the bit I've played of each, real charming. Love those little cloud wings. It's very cute. There we are. Dropped in the dirt. What a look. I only lost because I didn't have a shadow Pokemon this time. Alright, let's go back and save and call it. We have seen quite a lot of Pokemon spin-off today. It's been fun to see. Great job on the animation of Final Fantasy VI. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you liked. I'm happy with how that one turned out as well. Yeah. Oh, hello, Tassadul and friends. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I'm Dan. If you don't know me, I'm an animator and I make videos on YouTube about game animation. And we play a lot of Pokemon games here lately. But we're also about to wrap up. I'm about to call it for today. I've been going for a while. But thank you very much for the raid. Lovely having you stop by. I'll hand you along to someone else here in just a moment. Gotta run some credits and thank some folks first. Yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out today and playing a wide range of Pokemon spin-offs of varying quality and strangeness. It was a good time. Honestly, a lot of these were pretty solid. Stadium, Stadium 2, very solid. Pokemon Pinball, always good. Channel, just bizarre, but charming. Not good necessarily, but charming. I love that it's real. And Colosseum, I can definitely has its charm as well. It's not something I enjoy quite to the same degree that I do a kind of standard mainline Pokemon game, but it's definitely had its charm. It is fun sort of seeing a Pokemon game filtered through the lens of like an early 2000s sort of JRPG. But don't worry, if there's any of these you missed today, fear not, the VODs for these will go up pretty soon. Tomorrow or the day after. But yeah, thank you all for joining. Thank you all for the bits and the like subs and gift subs and all that stuff. You're all too kind, and it's been very fun experiencing these all together with you. Next week, it will either be Pokemon Leaf Green, dipping into that for a little bit, or some other random palate cleanser. Not sure which. Depends on what I'm more in the mood for, I guess. But then after that, then we'll be settling in for our first full, well, I guess our only full-length Gen 3 playthrough, Emerald, and that I am very looking forward to. The little taste I got of Ruby was delightful. Definitely my favorite of the mainline ones I've played so far. Strange games are useful, though. I kind of hate Death Stranding, but I'll absolutely fight anyone that wants it gone. The industry needs more experimentation. Fully agree. I am 100% here for a weird game, especially a big budget weird game, which is quite uncommon these days. A big budget game that is not trying to be for everybody is a rare thing indeed. And I'm always delighted to see those, even if they're not to my personal taste. 100% agree on that point. But yes, who are we rating right now? Oh, hooray. Okay, so Jones right now is doing an Elden Ring randomizer, but he has to discard his weapon after each boss kill. That sounds terrifying. Let's go see how that's going. I can't wait for doing a randomizer Elden Ring run co-op with him. On the channel. We'll definitely do that on the channel at some point, once the DLC is out and the mods are all updated to work and all that. Anyway, thank you all again for joining me. I'll see you all next week for more streaming. Let's go say hi to Dan. Ready to begin. Goodbye.